everyone. Can you hear me okay? I'm using a completely different mic to normal. Trying out a new setup for this, so just let me know if you can hear me all right. Yes, no, perhaps. Are you gonna be busy? That's totally okay. That's totally okay. But I appreciate you stopping in nonetheless. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, well, it looks to me... it looks to me like my setup is picking me up okay. So we're just gonna run with that for now. But hello everybody, how's it going? I'm doing okay, thanks for asking. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it, shall we? For anybody that does not know me already, hello, my name is Alatone Nix. I am your friendly neighborhood greedy raven, out to steal your valuables and who knows, maybe your heart along the way. Alright, well, we last did this a couple weeks ago, but let's get back to our diamond painting today, shall we? Let's see, we've got 3 we're gonna be doing today. I was kind of thinking about going in this order. Doing this one first, and then this one, and then that one. And I know they look a little weird right now, but they still have like the plastic film on them, so I'm gonna have to take that off. But yeah, just let me know. Do you guys think I should start with a different one first? I thought it'd be fun to go with, you know, the red first, and then orange, and then our other red. But yeah, just a super yucky day out on my end today, so figured it's a good day to just, you know, take it easy. Take it easy, do a little bit of arts and crafts, and, you know, maybe just chat a little bit while we do that. But, okay, let's go ahead and pull our film off here. There we go. That's much better already. That's already a ton better. Okay, and then here is our wax. Let's go ahead and get our tool prepped, I suppose. But yeah, doing okay otherwise. Doing okay. There we go. Get it nice and prepped. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so we did like half the pack last time, which, actually, let me go grab those real quick. Maybe you guys would like to see those. Hold on. Here we go. Just in case you happen to miss the ones that we did last week. We did this lovely green one. A purple one, which, you know, maybe I'm a little bit partial to. And, yeah, then this one, we did the nice little blues, which I totally understand why those 3 got voted first. They're easily the most interesting ones from the pack. But, still gonna do the others, you know? That doesn't mean that I'm just gonna ignore the other ones. Maybe they're not as interesting as the other ones, but that's okay. That's okay. Everything has their own charm to it, right? Okay. Alright, so let's see. Usually the way that I do these, you know, just for anybody that needs a refresher, is I like to start from the right and work my way to the left. Like, right to left, top to bottom. Because, you know, at least with this, I am right-handed, so... Yep, definitely makes more sense to go that route. Let's see. So the first one that we need is number 4. There it is. Okay, nice. Yep, got our little red ones to get started. Okie dokie. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a lovely day. Like I said, for me, it's been just a little bit been a little bit yuckers outside the past few days, so like I said, it's very interesting how that keeps happening around the time that I actually feel like doing some diamond painting. Like, I put it on the schedule, and then it's like the weather's just like, oh, you're doing diamond painting that day. Let's make the weather as terrible as possible. Don't know what's up with that, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We just deal with it. We just deal with it. They can still be yummy. I mean, I suppose. Although, from what I'm aware, like with red mushrooms, you absolutely should not eat those. Like, you know, like the red and white ones that you usually see in your brain or on image searches, like when you think of mushrooms. Those are ones that experts are just like, yeah, absolutely do not eat that. Because those ones are poisonous. And we do not want people getting poisoned. Hey, Lum, how's it going? I hope you're having a good one. Alright, let's see. There we go. At least get the outline of this done. Then we can move up here and do our forest from over here too. Alright. I mean, I might just be able to just kind of stick to colors this time around. Like, do all the ones that I have from particular colors before moving on to other ones. I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense. But either way, these usually go pretty quickly, so, you know. Yeah. We'll be here for a shorter time today than normal, so I hope that's okay with everybody. But, yeah, I guess it all just depends on how much I end up yapping about stuff, so. But your tummy won't like you afterward. That's true. That's true. I mean, okay, I think diamond mushrooms have their own set of issues. Like the fact that you probably should not eat plastic rhinestones either. That's probably not the best idea. Hey Phantom, how's it going? I hope you're having a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Yep, we're just chilling out and doing a little arts and crafts today. No big deal. It's always nice to just, you know, slow down and take it easy. And I know I mentioned this previously when I put the poll up for these, for like people to vote on which ones to do first. I also do have a flower set, so that'll be what we move on to after this. Not today, like not for today's stream, because I would have to go through all the stuff in that other kit and get it set up to do that. So, yeah, probably sometime tomorrow I'll put up a poll for the flowers. So people can vote on those, and we can decide which one of those to do first. I am kind of glad the mushrooms got voted first, though. It's just, you know, like flowers are great, and they're very pretty, of course. I don't know, there's just something more fun and quirky about mushrooms, I think. It's like even just seeing them out in the woods, you're just like, oh, what a weird little guy. Or is that just me? Not all of them, of course. Like, you know, some of them are just like, oh yeah, a mushroom. And then other ones are just like, wow, why does it look like that? That's so weird. Me looking at myself in the mirror? I mean, what? Anyway. But yeah, like I said, you know, it works out because it's kind of a low energy day for me. So why not do something a little bit more chill? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think even the highest energy people need to slow down sometimes. I know I certainly do, at least from time to time. Alright, okay, this is not working out. I need to... Are the Smurfs fairies? You know what? That's a great question. I have no idea. I have no clue. Tend to have a wider variety of colors, styles, and shapes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. There's just something about, you know... There's just something about how different so many of them look that really just, I guess, inspires people, which I totally understand. I totally get that. I think that is all of our 4s that we had on this one, so I think we can put this one to the side for now. Looks like we got a lot of Fs, a lot of Ds. D's nuts. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, since the, D tray is sitting right here, let's just go ahead and do that one first. How about it? Alright. But yeah, so, you know, we'll just be kind of just filling this in as we yap along about whatever. I swear, during some of these conversations, I always have just some of the most random stuff pop into my head, and it's, I don't know, it always feels weird. Because even though I've been doing this for a little bit now, I still get like a little self-conscious when I get kind of, you know, when I get super random and stuff that I decide to talk about. Like, I know I'm not doing anything wrong or saying anything bad. It's just kind of like, this is kind of weird. Should I be talking about this? Maybe this is weird. Hey Scum, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day today. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing I always get a little self-conscious about, I guess. But hey, I mean, maybe that's just me. But maybe that's also a common thing. Who knows? Who knows? Gotcha. I see. I see. Yeah, I understand. I understand, Phantom. I totally get that. But yeah, I don't know. It's one thing if I'm, you know, just having like a one-on-one conversation with somebody, like personally. It's different when, you know, it's like publicly on stream. There's just like another level to that where I'm just like, wait a minute. I don't know if that's a common thing or not, but either way, you know, self-conscious, woohoo! That's what we do around here. That's just how we do things. But then again, that's also why, it's about chilling and relaxing. Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, I am glad that you guys enjoy it. I really am. Because I know when I first started, I was really, I don't know, I was even more self-conscious than I am now. And not quite as comfortable to just kind of yap about this, that, or the other. And, I don't know, it's just, I guess my brain's just gotten better at, like, tying those wires together, so to speak. Where it's just, like, I encounter, like, any sort of, like, any given thing can just, like, bring in my head, like, some kind of random reference that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But for some reason, just that one little thing, my brain's just like, oh yeah, that reminds me of this thing. It's almost like a weird kind of word association. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Today's the 20th anniversary of YouTube's first video. That's crazy. Honestly, that's nuts. Also, hello, Tatsumaki Live. I don't believe I've seen you before. I think you are new, and if that is the case, then hey, welcome. Nice to meet you. If you are not new, and it's just been a minute, then hey, good to see you again. Hope you're having a good one regardless. But yeah, like I said, we're just kinda, you know, chilling out and yapping for today while we do a little bit of arts and crafts. And why not? Why not? And again, I do apologize if I sound a little bit odd today, like if I don't quite sound as clear as normal. I'm basically using an older microphone to try out like a new audio setup for HANDCAMs. Cause like I love the new camera, like the quality on it is fantastic. It's just kind of made my own setup a little bit more complex. So I've been steadily trying to figure that out as I do more of these. So yep, just you know, let me know if for any reason you can't really hear me or if I'm not very clear. But I would assume since people have been, you know, able to respond to the things that I've been saying that you guys can hear me okay. So, hey, if that's the case, great. I definitely do test recordings before streams, especially when I'm trying out new setups like this. But, you know, for some reason, sometimes, even though it sounds good in the test recording, I get into stream, and then it's like I go back and listen to it, and I'm just like, what was I thinking with that? But oh well, you live and learn, right? You live and learn. But that's also why I end up doing as much testing and stuff as I do, and why it takes me forever to do some things. Because if it doesn't come out just the way I want it to, then I'm gonna, you know, take ages just tweaking, retweaking, tinkering, retinkering. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Alright, let's see. Yeah, almost done with this color. We've got like another like kind of like a broken line here, a little bit here, and just a little bit over here. So yeah, making some pretty decent progress on this one. Yeah, trying to get everything set up just right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a work in progress still. It's a work in progress still. But I would like to think it gets better each time I do it. So, you know, that's what matters, right? That's what matters. I'm definitely ending up with like a few things that aren't quite in line here. Because normally when I do these just on my own time, I'm like directly over the picture so I can actually make sure that things are lined up properly. But with me being kind of at an angle like this, it's a little bit of a different view, so... Oh well, that'll be something I go and clean up later. No big deal. No big deal. It still looks fine. It still looks fine, just not perfect, you know? But yeah, I'm glad everything's coming through for you guys okay. Oh gosh. I know a lot of people had like a 3-day weekend this weekend because of like Easter and stuff like that, especially if you're in America. I don't know if different countries celebrate Easter on different days or not. I'm not really sure how that works. But I know quite a few people that I hear from on occasion had 3-day weekends this past weekend. So, you know, if that was you, what were you up to? Did you do anything cool? I know with me, you know, just kind of doing what I do, it's like... it's like I just have my designated days off each week, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing bad about that either. I'm certainly not complaining. Oh, okay. That was kind of stuck to my glove there for a second. Okay, that's kind of weird, but sure. Alright, so let's see, we have a bunch of end spots. Like right here, here, a bunch up here, and then of course in the stems. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that real fast. Aesthetically pleasing even. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying that. Yep. But yeah, I just know that the you know, the ones that I do just kind of in my own time, where I can just more carefully examine things, I know they do tend to turn out a little bit more neatly done. But that's okay. Sometimes a little bit of mess is okay. Almost feels like a Bob Ross segment where it's just like, you know, things aren't gonna come out just right every time, and that's okay. As long as you're learning from it and enjoying what you're doing. It's the joy of diamond painting. Oh man. What a wonderful human. What a wonderful human. A lot happened? Oh, did you have to go do something and then come back? That's okay, Lum. That's okay. Yeah, just these are quite a bit smaller than the landscape ones that we did before. So, you know, they're going to take less time to do. They're going to take less time. But again, you know, just for a small little chill chatting session, I think that works just fine, actually. Oh my god. Is that a raid? Hello? Hey guys, how's it going? Hello raiders, hello, thanks for stopping in. For those that don't know me already, hello, my name is Alato Nix. I am your friendly neighborhood greedy raven, out to steal your valuables and maybe eat your rhinestones along the way. But, yeah, I know you were doing a member stream, right? Where you were designing like a pirate outfit. I didn't really get a chance to stop in for that one, but you know what, honestly, I love your art. I'm sure it looks amazing. So I'll have to go back and take a look at it later. But how was that? Did you guys have a good time? Eat your what? Rhinestones? You know, rhinestones. You are a pirate. Hell yeah. Love that for you. But yeah, like I said, I'll definitely have to, you know, go back and take a look at that after I get done today. But yeah, I'm glad you guys had a good time. And of course, as always, if you guys need to do any sort of aftercare after that, if you are hungry, tired, anything like that, please feel free to go take care of yourselves. Otherwise, we just kind of got started here, so, you know, got 2 more to do after this one, so feel free to stick around and chill for a bit. Thighs are live, ayo. Hey Corin, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Bear with you for a bit as you explain Easter. I mean, hey, you know, I am also subject to the tism every now and then, so hey, don't even worry about it. Like I said, this is more just curious how it works in other countries, because I know with some holidays, other countries do it differently, where they do it on different days. I'm not sure if that's the case for like religious ones like Easter, though. Never been too sure about that, but then again, never really like looked into it for myself either. So you know. But yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely. I think it's coming along pretty okay. Yep. We just got this big long line, let's see, just right here, with, you know, just a couple right there, and then we can move on to, I think I'll probably do either F's or B's next. Maybe B, because it's right on top. I think that makes sense. But anyway, we'll figure it out. The order doesn't really matter as long as it gets done, you know? But, yep. Like I said, on my end, just, you know, really yucky day where I'm just feeling like super low energy, so we're just gonna kinda, you know, take this as it comes and enjoy a little bit of arts and crafts. No big deal. No big deal. Coworkers in Northern Ireland had Friday and Monday off. Oh, nice! Yeah, hey, that totally works if you, you know, got out of meetings because of that. Yeah, definitely. Congrats. I know for a lot of people in, like, you know, professional settings that unnecessary meetings is, like, one of the biggest pet peeves. I know it certainly was one of mine when I used to work in an office before, so... Yep, definitely, you know, glad not to have to worry about stuff like that anymore, at least not for now. I mean, who knows? Maybe, you know, if I do end up, getting a bit bigger to the point where I need, like, a manager, and then there'll be those meetings to have, and man, I don't know. On the one hand, I certainly wouldn't be complaining. Like, it feels like a suffering from success kind of scenario, right? But at the same time, man, I do not miss having to have meetings about this, that, and the other. At least when I worked in offices, I always really liked just kind of doing behind the scenes work. So getting pulled into, like, unnecessary meetings was just one of the most annoying things in the world for me. Yep, meetings for meeting's sake. Exactly. Okay, so we're done with that color for now. Fantastic. Oh yeah, you're still doing some more writing for your story? That's cool. But yeah, sure, you can definitely talk about that if you want to, Koran. Sponsor meetings? Nah, haven't had to have anything like that yet. Like, honestly, for the stuff that I've gotten sponsored for so far, it's been just, you know, either get offered a key, or, you know, in the case of Mirage Noir, they've reached out to me in DMs on Twitter to, you know, ask me if I'd be interested in streaming their demo. So I was like, yeah, you know, that looks cool. I'd be up for it. Now, when there's stuff like, you know, pay and things like that involved, that's going to be a bit different, but... But for now, it's mostly just been pretty chill. Haven't really had to have meetings, so to speak. Just a little bit of correspondence here and there, and that's, you know, been more than enough. Alright. There we go. Just filled in that color really quick. It was really small and it was right on top, so why not? Unfortunately, a necessary evil. Yes, sometimes they are. Sometimes they are. I think the ones that I'm specifically talking about, though, are the ones where you have the meeting and then afterwards you're just like, this could have just been an email. Like, did we have to have a meeting about this? Those are the ones that I'm talking about. Like, I know sometimes they're necessary, but they're not always necessary. Okay, I need to take a little bit closer look on this. Let's see. Okay, so we got some bees here, a little bit here. Mostly in the stems, though. Although we do have quite a few in here as well. Okay, yeah, just, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the E and the B look very, very similar, except the E has more coloring behind it, so. Umbra-kinesis, that sounds like a cool power. I like that. Yeah, this is when you wear that this could have been an email shirt. True, true. And then you get fired because, you know, management doesn't like your attitude, right? No? Just me? Anyway. Yeah. I mean, listen. For full disclosure, I have never gotten fired for insubordination. Just, you know, maybe toed the line a bit here and there. Should I even say that? Is that a... I don't think that's too personal. I don't think that's too personal. But no, I mean, especially as you know, I've grown and matured some. I've grown to appreciate some forms of authority a little bit less. Especially ones where it's like, you know, just like useless forms of bureaucracy and stuff like that, where it's just like, really? Is this really necessary? But, you know, I do know sometimes it's necessary, but it's not always. Especially when you end up in a company where it's like, you know, your boss really just seems to love to hear themselves talk. Yeah, those ones are fun. Where on the one hand, it's just like, oh, cool, I'm gonna be here for like 2 hours, you know, that's fine. I get a break, I guess, but then, no, you don't, actually, because... because then, you know, you get out of the meeting and you've got like 16 emails waiting on you just asking about the status of this and that thing, and it's just like, oh, okay, yep, that's great, thanks, appreciate that. But anyway, yeah. Oh, it's a superhero story. That's cool. That's cool. I do think it's pretty cool how, you know, you usually just like, I don't know, it seems like you're writing so many different things, which, hey, that's great. It means the creativity's flowing, right? Love that for you, actually. I think it, you know, I think a lot of my writing, like, comes in bursts. Like, I do tend to like the things that I wrote. It's just, you know, I need to be inspired for it. And I feel like a lot of times my inspiration is just completely at random. It's really tough to harness, you know? Vibes check meetings from HR. Wait, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. I've never heard of that before. Interesting. I'm curious what that entails, but I'm not gonna ask because, you know, I don't want anybody potentially outing themselves about anything. Their salary and don't get paid overtime, so yeah, true. Yeah, most definitely. Because that was definitely me when I was younger, where it was just like, nah, I just won't take my break and I'll get stuff done faster. But then it's like, yeah, but why though? Growing up and maturing is the, not trying so hard to please people. Instead just being like, as long as I get it done by deadline, it's fine. Because I know back when I first started the workforce, like I would just, do things in as absolutely breakneck of a pace as I possibly could. And then, like I said, just learning later on that doing that just meant that I would get more work packed onto me that my coworkers weren't doing. So yeah, that was cool. Nothing like getting low-key punished because you do things faster than other people. So that's when you just learn to, just slow down. Too much toxic positivity. Oof. Oh, that sounds yuck. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Yep, that can definitely be pretty yucky. Lurking and vibing. Hey, cool. I appreciate that, Nike. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day today. Thanks for stopping in. Alright. Yeah, we're already like over halfway done with this first one. Like I said, these are gonna go pretty quick. These smaller ones like this, they don't usually take too long. We got a little bit more B over here, and then I think we're done with this color. I'll probably have to take a closer look at what I think are E's up here just to make sure. Because I'd really hate to put this color away and then, it turned out that we missed some. I think I did that with one of the colors last time, and it was just like, oh. Not a big deal, of course, but, still not great. And, yeah. Let's see. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty good. Maybe line that up just a little bit. I'm gonna take a really close look at this real fast. Yes! Oh my gosh, I had that happen to me too, Arturo. I sure did. Or it's like you apply for a promotion or getting moved to another department that you're more interested in. And they're just like, yeah, but you're too valuable in your current position, so we can't move you. Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking okay. I don't see any B's that I left behind. Looks like all the ones that look kind of like it, those are all E's. So I think we're good. Okay, cool. Go ahead and set this off to the side here. Take a quick drink, and my flavor drink for today is actually a Sunkissed Berry Lemonade. So, not product placement at all, but it's, it's a new flavor of soda I saw while I was at the store, and I was like, hey, that looks interesting. Let's give that a try. It's been completely delightful, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very nice flavor. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did, but, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Inspirations are pretty random for you too. Yeah, definitely. Makes flavors that aren't orange. They sure do. I mean, I happen to be a big fan of orange soda myself. And, so I don't know. I do like the orange soda, but at the same time, I also have noticed that I really like trying just like random flavors of things. Especially stuff like the weird Mountain Dew flavors. I really like trying those. Like, I'm trying to think of what the weirdest one that I tried was. Oh yeah, it was around like Christmas. It was around Christmas. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before last, but Mountain Dew actually put out like a holiday fruitcake flavor. And, yeah, I actually ended up trying that. It's one of those things where it's like, you know that like viral either TikTok or Vine, I can't remember which one it was, but it was like somebody was trying somebody was trying like kombucha for the first time, and they tasted it and they made like a face just like, ooh, yuck, and then they're like, oh, actually. That was kind of me when trying this fruitcake flavored Mountain Dew. It's one of those where it's like taking first sip, it was just like, oh, why? Who thought this was a good idea? And then, you know, trying a little bit more of it, I was just like, no, it kind of grows on you a little bit, actually. Hey, Flash, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Oh, you've tried that one too. Yeah. Like I said, it was really weird at first, but I feel like it's one of those ones that just kind of grow on you. Hey, Soul. Hey, JJ. Good to see you guys. I hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good day today. Just another low energy day for me, so, you know, we're just taking it easy. Doing a little arts and crafts. And, yeah, we're actually almost done with this first mushroom. We got 2 more after this one, but yeah, we're almost finished with this one. Doing great. Hey, glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just really low energy today. So, you know. Like I said, that's fine. We just take it easy. But yeah, I don't know if you mentioned it before, Koran, that you've done diamond painting before. I'm not sure if you mentioned it before, but if you have, I forgot, so. Because I was gonna say, I didn't know that you did that also, but yeah, that's cool. Do you do kits, yourself? Like, do you also do kits like these, or do you just kind of, like, get, like, custom kits? Because I know those do exist. I've been considering, maybe getting a custom kit to do sometime. But I haven't decided what I would want it to be, you know, what I'd want the picture to actually be. I think that would be like a big, you know, thing to decide before plopping down the money for something like that. Orange cream Coca-Cola sounds nasty. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I'm good. Sorry about that. But yeah, I haven't... I have not tried the orange cream Coca-Cola. But it does sound interesting. I know pretty recently I tried like the berries and cream Pepsi, and that was pretty nice. Also, silly Koran, we don't bless around here. I'm a demon, why would you bless me? Why would you do that? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? Anyway, yeah, Okay, yeah, you do just kind of random kits yourself. Yeah, me too, actually. Me too. Like, occasionally I'll just go to, like, local arts and crafts stores and just take a look around and see if anything looks interesting. The big one that I'm currently doing just in my own time, like, down in my basement, is, like, I don't know, it's really huge. It's really huge. I don't have even, like, the box or anything like that around here. So I can't really, like, show you without just going down to my basement to go grab that. I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, maybe some other time. But yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Like, I'm not even a quarter of the way done with that, and I've had it for, like, a month. So, you know, sometimes they're just huge. I do like doing the big ones, so, like, they're very satisfying when they're done. Definitely get, like, a big sense of satisfaction from that. Is a self-portrait diamond painting too narcissistic? I don't think so. I mean, that'd just be like fan art of myself, right? Alright, let me, give me just a second. Sneezing did kind of knock some stuff loose, so I need to take care of that real quick. Give me just a sec. Don't worry, I'll mute. You won't have to hear it. Okay, apologies. Just kind of had to take my glove off for a second for that. Speaking of, I challenge you to a duel. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay. Could draw a little mascot if I have one. I have the concept for one. But I haven't gotten it completely done yet. I've been looking around for somebody to actually do that for me, because I don't know if you guys have seen my version of drawing things, but it's not great. It's not great. So for something like channel official, I would definitely probably want somebody else to do it for me instead. I think that would be the best course of action. Just itty bitty ravens? Actually, no. Yeah, that's actually not what I was going for. But yeah, that'll be something that I'll have to, wait and show you guys once I actually, get the concept like fully fleshed out and get it done properly. The members have seen the concept for it because we actually, talked about it and sketched it out during a member stream like a few months ago. It was a while ago at this point, so I don't know. It's been one of those things that's been on my radar for a while. Just with everything going on and the other stuff that I've been trying to work on in the meantime, it's just kind of been, it just makes things take longer. That, and I don't know if this is just a me problem or not. It might be. You still remember the excuse me? Oh my gosh. Does this mean you can grow now? Yeah, maybe. But hey Nader, how's it going? Good to see ya. Hope you're having a good one. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is just a me problem or not, but I find commissioning people super difficult for me. I know part of it is because I know nothing about, doing art myself and stuff like that. So when it comes to what I need to be asking people for, especially when I'm looking to get like particular things done, I find it really difficult to explain what exactly I'm looking for. And I know sometimes, I've seen like posts going around where people are like, hey, even if you just like draw like a stick figure with like the pose you're looking for, that's great. And I can do that, but I think it's more I don't know exactly what things to ask for when I'm looking for certain services. Like, just use AI? Absolutely not. There was a JoJo version in the designs. I mean, that's true. There kind of was. But, yeah, AI, absolutely not. No. I am not at all a fan of Gen AI for any reason. So that's not me. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking for somebody to do that, but that's not. Yeah, I just find it difficult to communicate with people about things like that. That's all. Especially when it's like, I just have that anxiety where it's like, what if I say it wrong? If I ask for the wrong thing, it's gonna come out wrong, and then it's just gonna be like, it's not gonna be what I'm looking for, and just, well, I just need to communicate better. I actually saw somewhere, I saw a post where, like, OpenAI was saying that people saying please and thank you to ChatGPT was costing the company millions of dollars somehow. How the hell does that work? I mean, it's a very funny concept, but I am kind of curious as far as, like, technologically speaking, how the hell does that happen? you wouldn't think it would, right? Like something so simple. Is it because ChatGPT is keeping a list of people that were nice to it for when the AI apocalypse happens? But no, legitimately, like if anybody actually has like any sort of technical knowledge as far as like how something like that would work, I would be interested in hearing how exactly that happens. But just seeing the headline was very, very funny to me. Alright, and looks like the last color that we have on this for now is this one, which I know it just looks like an eye, but I actually did it like this, so it's more like a slash mark. Has to process and it takes resources. Interesting. I mean, I guess so. But still, whether it's a person or not, like if something's helping you out, why wouldn't you be nice to it? Just to single those two things out is just, I don't know, it's interesting to me. Alright. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's just, Feels like it wouldn't be hard to tell them to ignore that. That's true. Nerd? Yeah, well, Listen, I do have that nerd bird emote on the Discord server for a reason. But, yeah, I mean, being social in business capacities, I do find especially difficult. Especially when there are, so many things like potential language barriers and things like that. As quite a few artists that I've worked with, it's been English is their second language. So sometimes they don't quite get what I'm saying the first time around, and I mean, it's fine. I don't mind. I just find a different way to explain it. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a little bit. It's definitely a weird thing, like for me, where it's like I'm a little bit obsessive about being properly understood, and I don't know if that's like a early like small bird thing. Things that come from my upbringing as a fledgling, so to speak. But it could be. So I don't know. Like I said, that's just kind of a big thing for me. I'll get over it someday. I do know that for like simple illustrations and stuff like that, I've gotten a lot better with that. I think it's more just not knowing what exactly to ask for on certain things, that's all. Like, I don't know the skills that are involved in doing certain things, so when I'm looking for certain things, I have to do just a ton of research to, to figure out how it all works and figure out what exactly to ask for. So that'll be, as far as what that's for, I'm not gonna say for now, because I would like to not get you guys' hopes up about it, and then have it not happen because of one reason or another. But, if and when it does, then, yeah, you guys will hopefully see what I mean. Alright, almost done with this first mushroom. Coming along pretty well. It's looking pretty good. I also probably made a really big mistake in, like, not tying my hair back today. Or, like, not tying it back the same way that I normally do. So, just gotta make sure to really sit back here, because I have a lot of hair. And having that get into the shot would be personally identifying information, and we don't want that. Not a big fan of that in the slightest. Alright, cool. First one done. Woohoo! Just go bald! Understandable. I mean, hey, maybe. Maybe. Yay, first one done. Looks nice. I think that looks pretty nice. Just a nice little simple red mushroom. Looks cute. Very cute. Must be a very unique hair color. You can say that. You can say that. But I won't be actually entertaining that with a proper answer, if that makes sense. Can't flirt with service people. You can tell if they're being nice because, oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, I think in general it's just not great practice to flirt with service people anyway. Because I think that's a problem that I had in customer service a lot. Is you know, you're essentially being paid to be nice to people. So it's like I'm just here to do my job. Please don't do this. And that's not to say that, you know, everybody 100% of the time feels that way, but I feel like that's a pretty common sentiment, especially with you know, especially with like women or female presenting people that work retail or customer service in any way. Just give me my damn coffee. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I mean, you're essentially, you know, getting paid to be nice to people and carry on conversations when maybe you wouldn't want to otherwise. So, alright, let's go ahead and do the orange one next. Let's see. Got a bunch of small ends, minus signs, which is this one, equal sign, which is that one, and then it looks like, yeah, lowercase a. A lot of question marks, too. Okay. Alright. Yeah, easy peasy. I think let's start with... Is it over here, or is it maybe in this? Hold on. D4... I think it's probably in this pile. Hey, Sheriff Pumpkin, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so there's minus sign. There we go. Here's the lowercase n's. And the lowercase a's. Hey, great. Okay, let's go put this one over here for right now. And yeah, let's get started. I feel like this color probably takes up like half of this one. So once we get done with this color, we're gonna be like halfway done. You're too chatty. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's the thing too, is that people's moods change so quickly. And so drastically sometimes from day to day. Or it's like when I did work retail before, I did have customers, you know, come in that one day they wanted to be like super chatty, and then the next day they were just like, you know, if you even look at me for too long, I'm gonna be upset. So it's just like, okay. Occasionally in those cases, you know, you can kind of kill them with kindness a little bit and they'll chill out some, but not always. Not always. So, I don't know. I think with people in general, it's usually pretty complicated. But that's because, you know, people in general are complicated. Alright, let's see. There we go. Got that one finished. Huh? Did YouTube eat it? Oh, yeah, I think it might have. I think it might have, because I certainly don't see it. Yeah, I definitely did not see your message there, Cora. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, just people in general are pretty complicated. Almost what? Okay. Don't know what you're talking about, but sure. Think you maybe have the wrong person. Alright. Yeah, just a big orangey mushroom. We take those. A lot of red and orange today. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not as interesting of a color pattern as the ones that we did last time, so that's fine. That's okay. It also makes it a bit easier because I needed a lot less colors set out and ready to go than I did last time. Because, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had like a whole stack of these like smaller trays out last time. And, yeah, that's even not including all the big blue trays that I have on my shelf that I didn't need to use for today. So, yeah, it's great. Yeah, I figured you were trying to mess with people. Is it an editing app, though? I didn't know that. I mean, I use it for some forms of, like, chat integration. Like if people want to put certain links and stuff like that to, you know, people that I shout out often or, you know, stuff like that. I use it for that. Maybe YouTube doesn't like the word beast. Really? You think so, huh? Did YouTube eat it again? Yeah, like I said, I'm not seeing it at all, so I don't know. I actually don't see it on my end at all. But anyway, yeah. Alright. But yeah, can you actually... It's approved now. Okay, interesting. I still don't see it. Hold on, let me switch from top chat here. That might be the problem. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yes, I see it again. That's... Wow. Yeah, that's a hell of a story, Koran. What the hell? Hey, Reeb, how are you? I hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good day today. Like I said, today's just a low energy day, so we're just kind of, you know, we're just kind of chilling and chatting. No big deal. Just taking it very low key today. Was blocked for a reason. Yeah, I could imagine. I think I know what reason it was auto-blocked for. But yeah, that's just, you know, YouTube's auto-moderation, so... It is always very interesting to see sometimes very, very innocent stuff that just gets eaten for no reason at all. Like, yeah, there's been quite a few times where it just it just completely eats messages that it had no reason to eat. I guess even YouTube gets a little hungry every now and then. Not sure how a video sharing platform even has a stomach to eat things with, but, you know, who am I to question technology? Who am I to question their needs? YouTube just being weird. Yeah. Your coworkers like to what? Excuse me? That's interesting. Huh. Not sure I want the context behind that, actually. There was one person, that was like, it was shortly after like I entered the workforce, where it was like there was this older person in the office I worked at, where for some reason they really wanted to just like touch my hair. And it wasn't even like just like reaching out and touching your hair, right? They wanted to like pet my head. like you pet a dog. And I'm just like, the hell is this? Like, it only took one time for me to be like, what the hell, bro, stop. Am I a VTuber? Yes, yes. I'm doing HANDCAM for today, though, so I'm not actually using my live 2D model. But, yeah, I'm just, using my PNG for today. But yeah, usually I use my live 2D. Just, yeah, a little bit of a different day. Also insane, I know, right? Like I said, luckily for me, it only took one time for me to just be like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Then for them to just be like, oh, right. Man was asking to do head pats. He wasn't even asking, though. He just did it, which is like, bro, what? Stop. What is this? What are you doing? Do you do this to other people? That's weird. Stop that. Just, bro, stop. Do I know Cinder? I don't know her, but I know of her. Why, is Cinder one that you like? That's cool. That's cool if so. Hey Eli, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I don't know. Usually I do stuff like, you know, play games, sing sometimes, stuff like that, so. I would like to think that I sing okay. I'm certainly working on it, so I've been pretty happy with how that's going, actually. Like, doing actual song work with my vocal coach has been, like, very, very nerve-wracking. But, I mean, we're definitely making really good progress. And, I don't know, she's really happy with, She usually ends up really happy with stuff that I change up pretty quickly, so I think that's great. I think it's great. Her and Fillion, well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, mostly as far as like other people whose content I watch, besides just like random YouTube stuff. I mean, with me being a YouTube person, I mostly watch people on YouTube, but I do have friends that stream on Twitch. So I do watch them from time to time also. But yeah, for the most part, I am a YouTube-only person. I just think that a lot of times, like, Twitch chat and the way that works over there can just be a little bit too overstimulating for me. So, I don't know. I kind of like the quiet and more chill nature that you usually get over here. Did I hear about that? Yeah, I do. I did. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, Mediachi. I appreciate you reminding people of the rule. But in this case, it's okay. In this case, I'm okay with it. But yeah, I mean, I think that just with, you know, Cover heading in a new direction as a company, there's gonna be, like, existing talents that just aren't as comfortable with that as others. But, I mean, there are plenty of people that are gonna stay, that are still happy there. I think both options are valid, you know? Like, of course, if they're not happy with it, then, you know, they should go off and do their own thing again. I think at the end of the day, you know, them being happy with what they do is the most important thing. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. And of course, you know, whether they decide to, you know, continue doing their own thing or just stop altogether, I just hope they're happy and healthy. Wasn't expecting Mume. Yeah, well, I mean, for her, I think it's a bit complicated because I think it was like, it's like health problems for her. So That does definitely make things a bit more difficult. Which, I really hate that for her, because it seems like she really... It seemed like she legitimately enjoyed doing things. It's just, you know, health's gonna help. I mean, I know I had my own health problems for a bit, but I'm just really glad that I was able to get them sorted out so I can keep doing things myself. That's also why I try to, you know, do the things that I do to make sure that I'm doing things like taking care of my voice properly and stuff like that, because I would be very sad if, you know, if my health got in the way too long term. I know it was pretty long term for a bit, but at least I was still able to stream. Which I'm really glad, because I know I've mentioned before, but streaming really gives me something to look forward to. I mean, I understand the sentiment, but yeah, I don't think that's legal, Nader. I mean, it's a job just like anything else, right? So at least in that context. I mean, you especially can't stop somebody for leaving for health reasons. Like, if they have to, they have to. It is unfortunate, and like I said, I understand the sentiment behind it, but yeah, I don't think that's how things work. And I also think that if you recast a talent, I don't think that'd be good either. Cause like the person behind that avatar has been, you know, that's been that brand for however long. You can't just drastically change up the brand like that and expect people to just be okay with it. But yeah, I would say, you know, like I said, some people are happy and want to stay, and that's fantastic. I love that for them. And then there's other people that want to do their own thing, and they're gonna go off and do their own thing, and that's also fine. I love that for them. I'm happy for them. I think that's the thing that I just wish for the most, is that, you know, whatever people do decide to do, whether they, you know, decide to go, stay, or do their own thing, or quit altogether, I just hope they're happy. I just hope they are happy and healthy. Alright, there we go. So now we got the lowercase a done also. I think we had, yeah, there we go. We had the minus sign here also. So this minus sign one, it covers all of this through here and through the stalks. So yeah, once we get this color done, we're mostly done with that one. What do I think of Ferris? I don't think I've heard of that person. I don't think I've heard of them. Gonna go now? Hey, no problem, Koran. Hope you have a good one. It's good to see you as usual. Hope to see you again soon. I mean, yeah, I know there are several channels that aren't run by the same people that started them, but I think with things like VTubers, it's a little bit different. As especially like, you know, fully established ones, you think of like certain personalities, you think of a certain voice, you think of, you know, stuff like that. I think I've yet to see a, you know, recasting of a VTuber personality that has gone over super well with people. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, I just don't think I've actually seen any. I think that's just one of those things that just really isn't done, if that makes sense. Like, people just don't do that. And like I said, for the reasons that I listed before, I think there's a good reason for that. An otter. Hey, you found one. Nice, nice. But yeah, see ya. Have a good one. Have a good one. But yeah, like I said, I just don't really think that's something that, you know, that's really done with things like, with VTubers or just internet personalities in general. I think channels that are started around a certain concept or a certain type of content are a bit easier to, you know, change hands, so to speak. But yeah, like I said, with things like, you know, with things like a different personality, a different voice, a different general style, might end up with new fans, sure, but I feel like that also has the potential to really alienate existing ones. Especially with a lot of, like, idol culture in general, where it's like, you know, people pick, like, their Oshi, right? They have like one main person that they really like to support. And if you just, like, recast the talent, then it's not the same person anymore. Oh my goodness. Holy crap, my sub notifications scared the hell out of me. Thank you for subscribing, I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, so with my different audio setup, usually I have my headphones plugged into my microphone. But this one doesn't do that, so things come through a lot louder here. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd get jump scared while doing a stream like this one. That's interesting. That's fun. I love that. Yeah, you have a voice and image attached. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I can agree with that, Miniachi. It's just not the same, you know? Especially when so much of a, you know, VTubers, like, streaming career, like, is their personality. So you put, like, a different person, a different, you know, personality in that, I guess, you know, in that digital skin suit, you could call it. Just to make it as cursed as possible. You know, you put a different person in that, you know, digital skin suit, and, you know, people are gonna be like, hey, what the hell? I don't remember it being like this. And now people are having the mental picture of a digital skin suit, and you know what? My work here is done. Ah, jeez. It wouldn't be one of my streams if I didn't say something particularly cursed, at least every now and then. Only wrote the first 2 out of hundreds. Wow, that's interesting. Interesting. I will say, as far as, like, the Boxcar Children, I think I've only read, like, 1 of their books. Yeah, I don't exactly know, you know, how well things like that actually... Or, not even how well, because I'm not, you know, I'm not that type of a business person. But I do think that, things that are less closely associated with a certain personality, and, you know, like, you could copy a style of presentation and stuff like that, but it's, yeah. Oh, yeah, using AI. Yeah, that's another thing where I'm just like, really? But yeah, I do think that, like, knowing that, like, Neurosama, like, has the, I guess, the person behind the project, like, closely associated with it, and it's very clear that it's almost kind of like a comedy duo type of thing. I can understand that to an extent. I do think that's better than, you know, people just full using Gen AI and stuff like that. It's just, ew. But then again, I've always been a very, very big opponent of Gen AI in general. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, getting pretty close to done with this one. I think it's looking good. Hey, Anjo, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Yep, definitely not a fan of that in any case. I don't know. I just think it's a lot more interesting to see what people themselves actually do. I do think that it's very strange, personally. I don't know. This is just like a personal opinion, maybe a hot take, I don't know. But I've always found it very strange to see, like, VTubers supporting, like, generative AI. Because, like, honestly, like, this industry, like, VTubing as an industry is built on artists. Like, it's built on human artists. So to see some of them be like, oh yeah, Gen AI is great, I use it all the time, it's like, what? That always throws me for a loop whenever I see that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But again, that's just, you know, that's just me personally. I'm not out to police what other people do. What they do is none of my business. I just don't understand it. And I do not share that opinion. Anytime I say, like, I disagree with an opinion or something like that, I just think there's somebody on the Discord server frequently that uses a they use, like, a GIF from Yakuza where it's like they press a button on a device and then, like, an orbital laser just, like, shoots a giant laser down from outer space and blows everything up and just says, I disagree with your opinion. Why is that what I think of every time I say that I don't share this opinion or that one, or, you know, I don't agree with this? Ah, well. Like I said, just more advanced word association, right? You're doing great! Hey, that's great! I'm glad to hear that. I'm very happy for you. Alright, so we got 2 more colors to do. We've got the question mark and the equal sign. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right on those real quick. I know we have the equal sign right here. I think we have the question mark somewhere in this set of trays over here. Yeah, we can go ahead and do this one real quick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot of stuff to look forward to. Like, you know, the new Bokura is coming out tomorrow. And gonna be playing that with Yuri on Friday. I'm excited about that. I'm excited. The first one was honestly a blast. So I'm very curious to see where they go with the second one. I've been trying to keep myself, like, as spoiler free as possible. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I wonder if it's gonna be another one shot where we can, like, beat it in one stream again. Because I know that's what we did with the previous one. It was fun, though. It was a lot of fun. I do think that as far as, like, collabs go, probably gonna be like shying away from any, like, big ones. Mostly because I find them, like, super, super exhausting and overstimulating. They can be fun, and I will make exceptions for things like, you know, friends' birthdays and stuff like that. Or if it's just, like, a really cool project that I want to take part in, that I'm invited to. But other than that, I think I'm mostly just gonna be doing, like, one-on-one or just, like, small groups. I think that's what works best for me. Because if I am not getting overstimulated, then I'm more likely to have fun with what I'm doing. And I really think that, you know, comes through in the way that I interact with people and, you know, my content in general, so. It's just one of those things, right? Where it's like, with any kind of hobby, it's like, if it's not fun, what's the point? Like, I know there are, of course, things that you have to do that aren't fun, at least every now and then, but like, I don't know. When it comes to hobbies and things that you're doing for fun, if you're not enjoying yourself, what's the point? Me to every League of Legends player. Yeah, I don't know. I did try League for a while, and it really was not my thing. Oh my gosh, hold on. I think I think my chat interface here kind of froze. Let me refresh this. There we go. There we go. More spine monster, please. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bokura! I didn't know you were still here, Yuri. I actually did not know that. Confused self-torture for fun. True, true. Yes, spine me. Yes, yes. Oh my god, that spine creature was so weird. That was honestly really interesting, though. I thought that was so cool that they just, like, cause with her having like the cutesy animal world and me having like the weird post-apocalyptic like robot world, I was like, oh damn, I got the bad one. And then I saw that and I was like, okay, never mind. Maybe mine's not so bad. What about for that? Well, I mean, me personally, I have problems with both things. So I don't think I'm the person to speak on that personally. Yep, I think that is a little bit outside my wheelhouse as a discussion topic. Yep. I think that is a little bit outside my scope as far as like things that I'm, you know, comfortable discussing or talking about. Because there are quite a few facts behind, you know, behind certain things that I'm not well versed on. And I would not want to, that's not something I would want to give an uneducated opinion on. But yeah, that's just me. That's just me. You never sleep? I mean, yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, not me being up till like 6 a.m. this morning, you know. Definitely not me. Totally not me. I would never do such a thing. Don't be silly. I mean, but that is very much the night bird though, right? I am most awake at nighttime and I am asleep during the day. It's not the best schedule to have, but, you know. I've always just kind of found it easier to sleep during the day. I don't know why that is. Like, I am the I am the queen of naps. But sleeping at night, don't know about that one. Schedule? What is that? Can we eat it? True, true. I mean, you probably could. I do think that'd be funny if anybody ever did that, like printed out one of my schedules and then ate it. I don't know why anybody would do that, but I do think it'd be funny. But also don't do that, because I think like the colored ink would probably be not great for your stomach. Alright, there we go. There's our second one done. There's our second one done. Yeah, it came out really nice. I really like all the, you know, the yellows and oranges, and the little bit of brown just, like, fading together. I think it's really nice. I think that's cool. Alright, nice. So we got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 done already. But, you know, these ones are shorter anyway. Sorry the dog ate my sleep schedule. You know what? Understandable. Understandable. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on our third and last one for the evening then. Don't say that, you know what I'm like. I am glad you don't have a printer in that case then. Because whenever I say stuff like that, I'm like, I'm 100% joking. Okay, so we got a lot of the same colors shared between the other two. Like we have a lot of minuses here. A lot of smaller case, like lowercase a. A lot of 4s in here also. Question marks. I think I'm probably going to start with the letter M, because it is the one that's all the way over here on the right-hand side of this, and the right-hand side of this one. Yeah, I think we can do that. It might be smarter to start with the minuses, just because it covers so much of this area. But I think it'll be okay if we start with the M's first. I just gotta find them. Well, there's the letter L. We're gonna need that in a bit. B, was it under here? Minus sign, M. There we go. Okie dokie. A dare's a dare. Time to find a printer. No, don't do that. But yeah, I hope you have a good sleep if you do fall asleep soon, Lum. Happy to be a part of that journey with you. I'm very happy to be part of that journey with you. But yeah, I don't know. I personally consider that like a huge, I don't know, a huge honor. That, you know, spending time here and listening to me can actually help people sleep. Because sleep is important. Very important for your health. And, you know, it's something that does not come easily to me. If, you know, me being here and just kind of doing what I do does help people sleep easier, then hey, that's great. I take that as a compliment. Although I will say that, like, sometimes when people have fallen asleep during my streams, I've been like, how? Because I know there was one in particular that I'm thinking of when I say things like that. I think I was playing Echoes of Wisdom, and there was a dungeon that I was actually having a difficult time getting through. I was getting a little bit frustrated, and I was definitely getting loud in like some of my protesting against some of the puzzle solutions not working the way that I wanted to. And so for someone to come in later and be like, oh man, I must have fallen asleep during your stream, and I was like, what? During this one? Because even though, you know, I do like to... I am pretty chill most of the time, I would like to say. There are times when I do get loud and react to things. Most definitely. So, to hear that people even fall asleep during those, I'm just like, bro, how? Sleepy you was just so confused. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I said, so, I mean, I take it as a compliment regardless, but I do question how in the world. That's okay. I don't have to understand. I would like to understand, because, you know, maybe if I understood what it was about me that, you know, people found comforting enough to be able to fall asleep, I'd be able to, you know, be able to do like maybe some sleep aid stuff. Do have a couple of things for things like that in the works. So yeah, we'll see how they go. We'll see how they go. just try out something a little bit different. But in the meantime, you know, just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Alright, there we go. So there's that line of M's done. We have a bunch over here. I'm gonna have to be careful not to get stuck, though. Hey, Gray, welcome back. Welcome back. Mexican is strong. Oh my gosh. You know, that's honestly such a funny little like play on my name that's kind of caught on a bit. Just, you know, hey, careful. That stuff's addictive. And yeah, I've been told that quite a bit, Index. I've definitely that's something that I've been told quite a lot. Even before I started VTubing. Like, just, you know, talking to online friends, like, for the first time verbally in Discord, they're just like, oh wow, your voice. I'm just like, huh? Well, what about it? I've had people ask me a lot of things about it, where it's like, is that a real voice? Like, is that what you actually sound like? And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, I know at one point I took some time to get to know some members of like a VTuber group that were like trying to that were trying to basically recruit me for their group. And I remember I joined the call, and I was just like, hello, and they were just like, oh my god, you really do sound like that. Which, I don't know, like, do people, like, actually think that it's, like, a voice changer or something like that? Are voice changers that advanced? Because I'd like to think that I definitely sound like a person. Most of the times, like, voice changers that I've heard, they've been very, I don't know, kind of uncanny valley, I think, is how I would kind of describe those. So, I don't know. Like I said, that's not really something that I mess with too often. So that's not, I'm not really privy to the level of technological progression that those have had over the years. I know they exist, and I know sometimes people use them, but I don't know. I don't know. But either way, I do take it as a compliment. Alright, looking pretty good so far. Alrighty. Relaxing you while you play the Oblivion remake. Hey, yeah, like, I've heard of that. I've heard that came out recently. How is it so far? Oh, what happened? Uh-oh. Looks like OBS disconnected. Is everything okay? Are we good? Okay, are we back? Are we all good? Sorry about that. Looks like OBS crashed on me very, very briefly. So, okay, I think we're good. But hello. Hey Mol, hey Alberto, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a good one. No, it wasn't you, just, yeah, I heard something, looked over, and it was just like, OBS is disconnected, reconnecting, and it was like, oh, okay, sure. Oh, okay, sure. Great, love that. But, you know, happens on occasion. That kind of a mic check? Nah, I don't think so. I do think I've made that joke once before, though. But, you know, that's up to you to go back and find it. Could sell a voice pack counting sheep to 100. Oh my gosh. But how can I count the sheep if I'm gonna fall asleep while counting them? How does that work? You liking it so far? Understandable. Hey, that's great. I think I played a little bit of the original Oblivion. Although, I'm gonna be honest, I'm honestly just happy to see, Elder Scrolls releasing something besides just another version of Skyrim. Cause gosh, how many versions of Skyrim have they put out now at this point? Like, how many remakes or remasters of that game in particular have we seen at this point? It's been a lot, right? It's been a lot. Simple next to snoring. Oh my gosh. Do I snore? I actually don't know if I do. I think I do occasionally, like if I'm sick or something like that. And that's mostly because, you know, things like Sleep Tracker picks it up. More often than not, though, if I get, you know, if I get woken up, it's usually like my dog snoring or something like that, because he does occasionally. There's also times where he'll just, like, straight up just bark in his sleep, and let me tell you, that scares the hell out of me. Nothing like trying to sleep at like 4 in the morning and suddenly you get woken up by just, you know, just random bark. Because I know some of you guys have like seen pictures of him, but like he has a pretty commanding bark. I think he sounds more intimidating than he is. 13 versions of Sky. Oh my gosh, that's so much. And you know what? You know what the even crazier part is? With that many versions of Skyrim, I've still never played it. Talks about rocks for 9 hours. Oh my gosh. 9 hours is a lot. Huh. I mean, random rock facts are fun, but I also think a problem with that is like if I get too excited talking about a topic, I get like really variable toned. I get like super excitable about it, and sometimes I don't even make any sense. I just go off in one direction and then I go off in another, and then it's suddenly like, oh yeah, and that reminds me of this thing, and that reminds me of this thing, and just I don't think that would be the most calm info dump. Okay, so we got all the M's done. I think next thing to do would either be number 4 or maybe the minuses. I think since we started up here, let's keep working up there, and let's go ahead and do number 4. Sounds like a fun time. I don't know. I also wonder how long I could actually do that before I just kind of run out of steam. Because I do feel like I would eventually run out of steam. I don't know when that would be, but sometimes. One literally had buzzers they just kept in there. Oh my gosh. Yep. Well, I think part of the issue with those is that, like, I know there are some, like, YouTube creators that put out the normal videos with, like, their, you know, normal content, and then they'll basically do, like, sleep edits of those, and, like, kind of stitch certain things together and put them out as their own thing on, like, a second channel. That is something I've seen done. I think the problem with that is that they're maybe not quite discerning what exact sounds they're keeping in there. I do think that most of the time they're usually pretty okay, but like certain ones, it's just like a random loud noise in there, and it's just like, why would you keep that in there? 3 hours? Oh my gosh. I mean, hey, maybe. I can usually keep talking for 3 hours. Whereas then again, you know, I've had like, what, 12-hour streams before? I do think at some point I need to do like another 24-hour one at some point. You literally know which part of the videos will wake you up. Understandable, understandable. Yeah, I do think that like audio engineering is like such a big part of putting out content like that. So those would be things where, you know, I'd have to record them like 6 or 7 times each at least. 'Cause, you know, I mean, you just want things to be like as smooth as possible, right? No? Just me? But also, you can't keep the topic too interesting, because if it's too interesting, then, you know, people are just going to end up watching the video and they're not going to be able to fall asleep. So that's not great either. I know I've definitely had that happen to me before, where it's like, it's like I'll put on like a long video essay about something to fall asleep to, but then I end up getting too invested in the topic and I end up staying up and watching the whole thing. And then by that point, it's like 6 a.m. and it's just like, oh, damn it, I did it again. The Frog Detective one, which is so good, except for the intro to the game. Aw, man. Yeah, understandable. Understandable. Oh, hello. Why did you flip over? Let's go ahead and push this where it belongs. There we go. Don't know why that one tried to escape from me, but, you know, it probably shouldn't have done that. It should have known better. Should have certainly known better. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. Frog Detective was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy that series quite a bit. It was like just the right amount of silly humor. Although there were really some parts in that just got me cracking up so hard. I think that would also be like a big barrier in I guess being able to like use any of my streams as sleep aid. Because especially if I find something really funny, I have a very, very loud laugh. I will 100% just cackle, and I do not care. Hey Sky, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you're having a good one. But yeah, we're doing okay. We're actually on the last one already, so we'll be done before too long. But yeah, I hope you've been having a good day so far. Did you stream today or no? I can't remember. If you were, what were you up to? And then, hell, maybe even if you weren't streaming, what were you up to? And that goes for anybody. If you guys did anything, you know, cool or interesting today, I'd totally be down to hear about it. You struggle to keep a straight face for any of the grace sections, especially the one with the scam, not scam emails. True, true. I mean, hey, being in a good mood for no reason is better than being in a bad mood for no reason. I know I've certainly had my fair share of those. It's pretty rough. It's not great. Solid 0 out of 10. Don't really recommend that to anybody. Yep. Not really something I'd recommend to anybody, actually. But yeah, that's good. I'm really glad to hear that. Okay, there we go. Number 4 is done. Okay. I do think, since I kind of got stuck a little bit through here, I do think I want to do either the question marks or the minus signs. I'm not sure which yet. Not sure which. I've got the question marks right here. I could just do those. Could also do the minuses. Yeah, you know what? I think the minuses cover a bigger area. Let's go ahead and do those first. You survived? Does that count? I mean, yeah, it does. It does. You replace the power source of your PC. I mean, hey, if it's needed. If it's needed. Is there something that always makes me laugh? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a few things that kind of fall in that category. I know exactly which video you're talking about, Mariachi, and that one is pretty funny. For me, it's a picture. It's a certain picture, and I don't know why. To this day, it still gets a bit of a reaction out of me every time I see it, and I couldn't tell you why, because I've seen it so many times at this point. But it's a picture of a dog. It's a picture of a dog, and this person is holding up a remote control. Holding up a remote control that the dog has just chewed the absolute shit out of. And I don't know if you've seen it, but just the look on the dog's face just cracks me up every time. It's just such a stupid facial expression, like... Oh my gosh, I'm struggling to think of what you could like search for to actually see it for yourself, but it's just the facial expression absolutely kills me. Maybe I'll go find it. Maybe I'll go find it after I get done with the mushrooms here, and maybe I can show you guys. But like, man, I can never look at it or even properly imagine it without laughing. It's just such a funny facial expression. I don't think I've ever seen a dog make that kind of facial expression. I do think when I first saw it before, it had like a caption on it that was just like, "Are you remotely sorry?" Which, hey, great pun, first of all. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. But also, God, just the facial expression just kills me. And I'm sure there are other things. But that's the main one that I can think of right now. It's just so dumb. Ah, jeez. Super old ones that just get you like, Carl, that kills people. Yeah, understandable. Completely understandable. What about you guys? Do you guys have anything like that? Let's go to Candy Mountain. I mean, with how big my sweet tooth is, that might be a bit of a dangerous place for me to be. Or a dangerous place for somebody to be with me. All right, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I had any others. That's the main standout to me at the moment. I think there was a video that I saw from a very, very old anime a while back that really got me. How many kidneys does a raven have? I don't know. I'm sure you'll tell me though. That's not a fact that I know off the top of my head. I get the feeling this is a setup for a joke though, so I'll let you have that. Although on the one hand, I do have a really cool biology fact for you. Any biology fans in the house? So did you know that when human babies are born, they have 4 kidneys? Yeah, it's true. Bet you didn't know that. And as they grow up, 2 of those kidneys become adult knees. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. That was a terrible joke. Oh my god. The days of AMV hell. Yes. 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 Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, Nichijou was pretty good. Nichijou was pretty good. I'm not normally like a big fan of slice of life anime, usually because I find them to be really... I find them to have like a lot of like pacing issues. And they typically end up just kind of, I don't know, being a little too slow and like not really engaging for me. But Nichijou was definitely an exception to that. I really enjoyed Nichijou a lot. But yeah, I'm sorry for the terrible joke. Or at least I could say sorry, but I mean, I think we already know that's not true. Don't care which end of the coronet you're... Not really, no. Not really. Not really. Choco coronet is choco coronet. I mean, what does it matter? You just put the whole thing in your mouth, right? That's the proper way to eat stuff like that. Just shove the entire thing in your face. That's the rightest way. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Because obviously it's the whiter end like an ice cream. I mean, fair enough. I guess it really depends, like, what part of it you enjoy the most, right? Because if you enjoy the bread part of it the most, then, you know, then maybe you do start from the tip. Maybe you do, but hey, who am I to judge? It all goes to the same place anyway, right? But no, real talk, I probably would start with the whiter end. Because, I don't know, I do enjoy the filling of stuff like that. I mean, that's why people get those and not something else, right? Alright. Yeah, looking pretty good, pretty good. Coming along pretty well. There we go. And we just got a bit to fill in here, and some more right there, and then a little bit right there. I gotta say, it's kind of cute. I just have like the really big mushroom, and then just a little baby one. No tip apologists. That's a interesting way to put that. Is this the tip culture that people are always complaining about? Man, that reminds me, like, tip culture in the US is so out of control. It's gotten really crazy. Like, not to get too political, but like, why is it legal for like just people working in restaurants to not get, you know, actual wages? I know. It's like, yeah, well, you know, they technically do get one, but like, you know, they have to get the rest with tip. Okay, but why though? Why do customers have to pay their wages when the restaurant could just do it like in normal places, right? I don't understand that. I've never understood that. Super outdated practice. Super outdated practice. And this is as somebody that did used to work for tips at one point. Did pretty well with it, but still, like, crazy. Never liked it. Never liked it. Would prefer establishments just pay their employees properly, like in most places. Such a weird practice. Just look at tip culture and get very confused. I mean, honestly, understandable. Completely understandable. I will say, most people here in the States, we don't like it either. We don't like it either. And I don't know in which places, but I do know that there are some parts of the world where it's actually seen as, you know, offensive to want to leave a tip for somebody. Where it's just kind of taken as a, oh, you think I don't get paid enough as it is? Which, I don't know, I think that's an interesting take on that too. But either way, I do definitely think that, like, tip culture in the States is just completely out of hand. You know, just like with so many other systems that need reform, right? But anyway, like I said, not gonna get too political. Because that's not what people come here for. But yeah, I don't know. Always been a very, very strange thing to me. Alright, so we just got this little bit here, and then we are completely done with this color. Looking good, making good progress. Okay, so out of the mushrooms that we've done so far, and that includes the ones that we did for last stream too, or the last time we did this, if you guys had to pick one to eat, which one would you eat and why? I'm very curious. Which one would you choose to eat and why? Because I'm trying to think of the answer to that question myself. And, I think... Let's see. I think my answer to that question would probably be the big one because nutrition. I probably think I'd eat this one. That purple's probably fine, right? It's probably totally not poisonous or anything, right? That's probably fine. Or maybe something like this one, just if you wanted to play it super safe, you know? But no, I would be interested in seeing what the purple one does. What am I gonna do? Die? It's fine, I just come back, whatever. What's the problem? Alright, let's go ahead and push this back where it goes. There we go. Okay. So we got this one still. We have this one, and then we also have... We have a few E's. I could actually go ahead and do those real quick. There we go. E. So anyway, I streamed on shrooms. I mean, I guess you could say that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the E's real quick. We only have just like a few of those. Just kind of scattered in here. A couple small little bits, like that's that one there. This one over here literally just has two of them. Right there. Easy peasy. And then just a small little area here. So yeah, might as well do that so we can just go ahead and get that color out of the way, right? I think it makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense. Why not? There we go. Okay. Okay. Then, yeah, let's go for these A's. Then I think I'll probably do the L's after that, and then finish it off with the question marks. I think that makes sense. You're back and your name is Alejandro. Your internet failed. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Hey, at least it's not my OBS crashing on me again like it did earlier. That was a bit of an oopsie. That was a bit of an oopsie. Alright. Yeah, getting very, very close to the end. Pretty sure Lady Gaga made a song about you. Maybe. Maybe. I could see that. I could see that. Alright, let's see. There we go. I don't know if it's weird that I like to do it this way or not, but I really like to do just kind of like an outline. If I just have like a big area to fill in, I like to do like an outline first and then, you know, fill it in from there. Maybe it stops me from getting as stuck on the outside areas. I guess when you think about it like that, it makes sense, but I don't know. Something about it just feels like an odd thing to do. But I guess when you're dealing with adhesives, you gotta be a little bit careful, right? Alright. There we go. Let's get a few of those overturned properly. There we go. Okay. Now they're cooperating properly. Love how that works. Just gotta give them a little hand every now and then. Oh, she was saying good things. Bidding farewell to her Latino lovers named Alejandro, Roberto, and Fernando. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I don't actually know too much about like Lady Gaga's music, to be honest. I know like a few of her songs, like the ones that have, you know, gotten kind of big, but for the most part, not really too familiar. Is she someone that you like listening to, Index? Oh shoot. Well, I moved that tray and I had a piece just go flying off into the void, so yeah, I'll have to pick that up later. Oopsie. All right. I mean, I know I say that, but I did also, like, sing one of her songs for the last karaoke I did, too, so I guess there was that. Not that I dislike her music at all, it's just, you know, not too well versed on it, that's all. That's filling in pretty nice. Interesting. Yeah, very little knowledge outside of popular ones. That's fair. That's fair enough. I think that's probably a lot of people's knowledge on certain musical artists. All right. Now that I think about it, maybe I should have done like the letter L first, because there's like such a big area of them here. I'm having to be really careful so I don't get my hands stuck while I'm filling this one in. But that's fine. We just take it a little slow. No big deal. No big deal. There we go. There's that. Okay. All right. There we go. Thank you. Sometimes I try to pick these pieces up and they're just like, no. No, you can't take me with you. Sad. I just want to take them on a little adventure. What could possibly go wrong? not gonna hurt him. I just want to take him on a little adventure. What's wrong with that? Pikmin flashbacks! Hey, we made it through the entirety of Pikmin 4 with no Pikmin deaths at all. So, you know, I'm a good enough adventure leader. I am a good enough leader. I have the skill for it, as long as they listen to me. If they don't listen to me and they get eaten as a result, is that really my fault? I think that's just a skill issue on their end at that point. I would never purposely leave my Pikmin to get eaten. That is not something I would ever do. Come on, why are you... That one is so difficult. I guess I'll skip around it and get other ones instead. But yeah, like I said, I've done that challenge run. I have bragging rights. I have bragging rights. I have earned them, damn it. Not for other games, of course. That's a little bit, you know, a little bit complicated, that. I don't know if I'd even want to try to do, like, deathless runs of the other games, though. Especially Pikmin 1. Like, the controls on that are so janky. I don't know if it's actually avoidable at all. Like, I'm sure it is, but God, I'm just thinking of how janky the control scheme is in the original game, and I'm just like, man, I feel like I lost so many Pikmin during my normal playthroughs of just bad controls. Or unintuitive controls that didn't work properly. Like, so much bad targeting. It's like saying, yeah, my kid died, but I told him to get good. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cursed. That's cursed. Hey, Inochi, how are you? Hope you're having a good evening. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Listen. Pikmin are soldiers. They know what they're getting themselves into. Their survival depends on following orders. So when you go in knowing that, and you're given the proper orders, and you don't follow them, I don't think that's the commander's fault. I mean, maybe the commander could have given better directions, perhaps, but, how do you even speak a Pikmin language, actually? How do you actually even tell Pikmin what you want to happen? Like, they follow the whistle and things like that, but there's only so many directions that you can give them via the whistle. Yeah, Pikmin Thanos snapping. Gosh, that was so funny during the crowd control stream, honestly. I think it'd be time to maybe try that again. Like if I ever do like a donathon or something like that. I do think that'd be pretty funny. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna do the L's. I'm gonna do the L's here, and then we got the question marks, and then after that we're completely done, actually. I think this is actually going even faster than last time. Maybe it's because I have so few colors that I have to work with here. Like, not nearly as many, not having to sort them all out like I did last time. Which, you know, is not a bad thing. A short stream's not a bad thing. Nothing wrong with it. yeah, you know, just... yeah, it's just nice to take things a little bit easy. So I've certainly been doing a lot of stuff off stream when it comes to, you know, working on like projects and things like that. So I'm really hoping to like actually have some of those start coming to fruition soon. Because I do feel like the feeling of like having stuff pile up and not being able to get things done, I do think that's been bothering me to an extent. So I'm sure once I am actually able to start getting things done, it's gonna feel great. Even better if it ends up being something that people actually like. I think that's the ultimate win, right? Kind of struggled with the intro last time. Listen. I don't think that's my fault. I don't think that's my fault. But yeah, no, just... yeah, I think once I do start, you know, really getting things done there, that's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good. Speaking of getting things done, we're really close to finishing this, actually. Pretty happy about it. Let me split these off real quick, because I think having the two trays on top of each other has made some of these harder to grab. It has. I was right. So predictable sometimes. Alright. I really do like the gradient patterns that they work with on this. I mean, is it sometimes a little bit irritating to have to sort through so many different colors? Does it feel like a lot sometimes? Absolutely. But you know, once you get it done and you really see like what they were cooking with the different colors and the gradient, it looks really nice. It looks good. Alright. Really? There we go. There we go. That's the top of that mushroom done. Then we just got this one and this one here. I might just go ahead and do this one here since it is smaller. Perhaps. I don't see a reason not to. No reason not to. There we go. What'll I do with them once I'm done? I'm not sure yet. Haven't really decided. Cause you can, you know, you can like frame these and hang them. That's actually what I did with the first big one that I ever did. Like, I have that one framed and put up on a wall. I don't know about these ones, though. Like, the small ones like this, I'm not sure. Haven't decided. Maybe have these, like, at an auction. Like, if I do a donathon, just auction off some of these. That'd be kind of weird, though, wouldn't it? Just like, here, buy this, I touched it. Maybe I'll even take off the glove and touch it a little. No, that's weird. That's weird. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Zombro's joke merch ideas from last Wednesday's stream have been getting to me a little bit. Oh my gosh. No, that'd be silly. Oh my gosh. Okay, I might have to put some more wax on this one just to finish it. Yeah, now it's weird. Exactly. But I don't know. That's just me. Especially when you leave me to my own devices, just talk about whatever. yeah, I'm probably gonna get a little weird every now and then. But then again, you've been here enough by now that you know that already. You know what you're getting yourselves into. But meanwhile, new people, they're just like, I'm just gonna back away slowly. Is there glue involved or just kind of slot in? Oh yeah, there is actually. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see if I can show you properly. So if I turn it a little bit here and there, you can see how it's all shiny in some places. Those shiny places are actually where there's adhesive. So yeah, that's basically you're putting some wax on the tip of your tool here, just enough so you can pick up each piece and actually place it on the adhesive, and that's how it sticks there. Yep. Cause see, if I do, yep. Very sticky, very sticky. Yep, that's how that works. That's how that works. Usually, when you first get started on these, like when you open one, there's like a plastic film over it to protect the adhesive. Yep, and I'm not sure what type of wax it uses, but it is like a very like soft kind of wax that, you know, you just use to like coat the tip of your tool here. And yeah, you're basically just, you know, painting by numbers, so to speak. It's very much a color or paint by numbers type thing. But hey Orion, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Been a while since we talked. I hope you've been doing okay. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely getting in the home stretch now for sure. For sure, for sure. Be nice to have something you can relate to. On yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Been so crazy busy. Oh yeah, right. Was that this month that you were just basically booked solid? Because I know we were trying to like maybe schedule some deep rock sometime, but I think you had mentioned that this week, this whole month is just like super busy for you. But hey, if that's the case, it's almost over. You're getting there. It's almost over. Just a little bit longer. You got this. I believe. Okay. I actually kind of really like this this like darker red. It's a pretty nice color. I do enjoy that one quite a bit. I think it's probably my favorite out of the colors that we've worked with today. Not that I particularly like dislike any of the others. There's just something really nice about this particular shade of like reddish brown. Oh, I just had a thought, but I'm not gonna say it because it's super weird. Oh, but now that I've said that, now I probably have to say it, right? Oh, that was March and it just keeps going. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, now that I've said it's weird, now you guys are just be like, no, you should say it. You should say it. But trust me, it's real weird. I do have to say it now. Okay, you know what? Okay, fine. This color right here, kind of reminds me of like a dried blood color. There, I said it. There, are you happy now? Oh my gosh. Yep. It's not that weird? You don't think so? I feel like, that's not something that is, socially acceptable in human society. So I do try to keep myself in check on stuff like that on occasion. Well, most of the time, but, you know, on occasion, sometimes I have a little slip here and there. Can imagine how I know that. For legal reasons, I will not be disclosing such details. So you'll just have to use your imagination on that one. Alright. There we go. Almost done with this color. There we go. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Alright. There we go. That color is done. And then, last but not least, we have our question mark pieces. Single fingerprint crime scenes. Okay, so fun fact, on multiple of my fingers, I actually don't have fingerprints. I will not be elaborating on how that happened, or whether or not it was on purpose. So again, I'll just let you use your imagination. But yeah, no, legitimately, like, on multiple of my fingers, I just don't have fingerprints. Eating pineapples? Sure, we could go with that. We can go with that. Yep, as far as I know, like, I do on my thumbs, but for my other fingers, it's all iffy. Like, I've had some times where they were able to pick one up, and then other times when they weren't, so it's iffy. It's iffy. But there are a few where I just definitely do not have one anymore. So yeah, there you go. Fun fact. They're overrated anyway. True. Yep, most definitely. What do they need that information for anyway? To track me? Pfft. Maybe I don't want to give that information. Maybe I don't want to be tracked. For completely legal reasons. For totally non-suspicious reasons at all. How many times have they tried? Well, you know, there's been multiple different agencies that have wanted my fingerprint for some reason or another. Like just to be completely non-specific, but, you know, also explain. There was a place where I worked at before, where they were trying to do, like, fingerprint scanning for, like, entry to the building, and, yeah, that didn't work for me. That was not something that worked particularly well for me. So instead I had to get an ID card. So were there any times you suspected anything? I mean, of course the answer to that is yes, right? Of course there is. Of course there is. This is me we're talking about here. But yeah, no, it's been like that for as long as I can remember. Just a fun little random tidbit. Alrighty, there we go. So the teeny one is finished. Let's just go ahead and finish this one right here, and then, hey, we're all done. That went by so fast. Oh my goodness. Again, not that that's a bad thing. Short streams every now and then, or it's really nice to just kind of take a little break and just unwind for a little bit. I have definitely just been enjoying the random chit chat while we've been, you know, hanging out here just doing this today. Oh yeah, right. I just remembered that I suggested that maybe I should go find that picture that I was talking about before. Yeah, I should probably go do that. Yeah, we felt like tax fraud. Oh no, not the copy of Warrior Cats. That's crazy. I didn't think that librarian was still alive anymore. I mean, what? Anyway, oh gosh. Alright, yeah, where are we going? Just push a couple things back in place here. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and lay out all the ones that we did today. I do definitely understand why these got the least amount of votes out of the ones that we voted for. Because the, you know, the ones that we did first time, like, they're really just, like, super colorful and just, like, interesting. And yeah, they're really nice. These ones are a bit more basic. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Sometimes basic is okay. Sometimes basic's alright. But yeah, I do think that they turned out rather nice. I did rather enjoy that. Alright, so, yeah, while I'm looking for that picture real quick, why don't you guys tell me which one was your favorite from today? I'd be curious to know which one you like the best. Because I know which one my answer is, but I'm curious what your answer would be. Oh, right, I gotta take off this glove here if I'm gonna type. Let's see. Oh my god, there it is! Yeah, that's the one! Fuck. Okay, let's see. Oh, this stupid dog. Okay, hold on. Let me put my BRB screen on real quick, and then I'll come back and show you that picture. I gotta get it put into OBS here. Oh my god. Okay, I got it now. Okay, alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just, took me a second. The one on the right? Yeah, I think that was my favorite too. Although the one on the left is also really cute. I do think all three are really nice, actually. I think in terms of, like, most interesting, I find, like, the really just, like, oranges and yellows of this really nice. But I do think this one's my favorite. Okay. Now, the image you guys have been waiting for. I feel so stupid, the fact that this just cracks me up every time I see it. But, anyway. 3, 2, 1. Dog. See what I mean about the facial expression, though? Just what is that? What kind of facial expression is this for a damn dog? That is like the most shit-eating grin I've ever seen on a dog. Just what is that? Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's multiple times where that's just kind of cropped up just on my feed unexpectedly, and I have literally laughed until I cried. Like, his smug aura. Yeah, that too. Yep. Just, man. First of all, how do you even tear up a remote like that? That's a lot of damage. But also, like I said, just what is that facial expression? It kills me. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright. I do think that is where I'm gonna end things today. Let me take a look real quick and see who we can rate out to. If you guys have any suggestions, especially if it's somebody that we've rated before, I'd be happy to hear those. But in the meantime, I will just take a look on my own. Alright, let's see. What do we have? Who do we have? Oh, I guess with me ending so soon, doesn't look like I really have anybody. Besides, oh, we have Varden. We have Varden. I rated him like a while back. He's pretty chill. He's pretty chill. I think you guys would like him as well. I'll go ahead and send you guys to him. Which, Schedule 1 is a hell of a game, honestly. Evolved to have facial expressions to be better pets. Yeah, to like connect more with humans. I have heard that. Oh yeah, thank you for the raid message, Mediachi. I appreciate that. But yep, like I said, I do think that is gonna do it for me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed just chilling out with me and you know, doing a little arts and crafts. And yeah, I will be back on Friday at 2 p.m. EST instead of 4 p.m. So it'll be 2 hours earlier, so please remember that. But yeah, I'll be playing Bokuda Planet with Yuri. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see what that game has in store for us. So I hope you'll join us for that. Take care, and have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye! Go to sleep. Okay, I got this. Rock-a-bye and good night. Go to sleep, little birdlings. Good night, everybody.